Mitä pelataan podcast? My favorite games of all time that I own. 2020 edition. Part 2, places 90 to 82. So, if you're listening to this, you hopefully have listened to the introductory episode earlier, where I explained how I did my list, and there was a comparison to other media people who I follow, and I also said that these first 9 games, meaning the last positions, 90 to 82, are games that would be on the list higher, but it's long time since I played them, and I think I need to play them one more time to be certain of their position. So the games in the next episode will be newcomers to the list that maybe wouldn't be there. One would be, but others maybe wouldn't. So here we go. On the 90th place in this list is a game that was on position 52 earlier, last time when I recorded this list, and it is Sid Meier Civilization, the board game. And it's designed by Kevin Wilson, and it's published in 2010 by Fantasy Flight Games. I've only played this 2-player. I've played it quite a few times, but only 2-player, and that's why this is so low, because I really want to see if it works with more players. It should work better, but even with 2 players it's quite nice game, and I like it that it's quite representative of this computer game, although some people say that Through the Ages is more, but this one has a map, so come on. This is quite good representation of that. I think it's very close to Civilization 4, I think, or whatever is the first one that is on these mobile devices, or CivRev, or what is it called. I really like this game. I have to play it again and with more people. Number 90 was Sid Meier Civilization, the board game. Number 89 is a game by Paolo Mori, and it's from 2012, and it's possibly the only game that I've seen published by Marabunta, and it is Libertalia. This is the best game in my opinion that uses this hidden character selection or role selection mechanism. It's better than Mission Red Planet or Citadels, at least in my opinion. And the reason why this is so low, it was 43 last time, it's because I haven't played it for a long time. I have a game going on now in Board Game Arena, and this should be on the list. I mean, I finalized the list more than 1 month ago when I didn't have the game running in Board Game Arena. So this is here. Like in the previous episode I said that Downforce doesn't work turn-based. This doesn't work that well either, because it's a much shorter game than what it takes turn-based, especially when the players are from different time zones. But I still like this game, and also if you play it turn-based or online, you lose this discussion going on in the table where you can play brain games with the other players. Still, I like the game, and it should be in top 81, but it's now at the position 89, Libertalia. On the 88th position in the list is a game from 2015. This was one of the earliest Kickstarters that I backed. I went a bit crazy with Kickstarter in backing site and all the other things, big hits there. Even the Gloomhaven first edition, it came in 2017 to me. This is designed by Eric Lang and published by Cool Mini or Not, and this is Blood Rage. Blood Rage at that time was a big deal. It was so much cheaper than the Simon, come on, Cool Mini or Not games are nowadays. It was not that expensive, and I was almost cancelling my pledge because of almost €40 postage. It was $40 even. It was absurd and everything, but looking at the postages nowadays and how much you have to pay for all in, this was one of the best Kickstarters I backed, including Sight and the Gloomhaven's first edition. But I've already sold some of the Kickstarter exclusives before the second Kickstarter came, so I got my money back from this and I still have the game and some of the expansions. This is a interesting area control game. You use a rage mechanism, you draft cards, you try to strategize, but it's mostly tactical in my opinion. And I really like the game, but it's been a long time since I played it last time. After getting the Kickstarter, I played it right after that a few times, and then I haven't touched it since. I don't know why, but maybe the figures should be painted, but they are not. Number 88, Blood Rage. Number 87 on the list is a second edition of a game that is at the moment on its third edition, and this was published in 2005. It's the first large cooperative game. Large meaning that it takes a huge amount of space on the table and also is a bit heavy, and you really have to think and struggle, and you never get the dice result that you want to get, and everything is against you more than in many other games. This is one of the most difficult games because the game is hitting you and the game is difficult. And this is Arkham Horror. It's published by Fantasy Flight Games and designed by Richard Lonius, and Kevin Wilson has also co-designed it and modified it a bit from the first edition. What to say about this? It's huge. It seems to be very expensive in Amazon.com currently, according to Board Game Geek. I don't have any expansions for this. I don't know if it needs some. I might have got earlier, but it's out of print, so I don't know if I'll ever get the expansions. Maybe used. But it seems that when they are being sold, they have all the expansions, and it's too much. But maybe 1 or 2 expansions would be nice for this. I've played this many times, but not for a very long time. And this game should be higher on the list. I just grouped it here lower. Last time it was 80th, but if I think this should be maybe in the top 60 also. But it's just so long time ago since I last played it. But I have some of my best memories from this game, especially when it comes to cooperative games. I don't like them that much, but this one is good and it has something, and I think it got me hooked. Like it made the final blow to get me into board games. I was playing, of course, earlier and such. I wouldn't have Arkham Horror otherwise, but it was the final nail on the coffin in a way, so to say. And also it made my wife interested in games, especially in this kind of cooperative games, and it was very nice experience to see her enjoy a 2-player game when she didn't play many games earlier, just a few, and then I said that let's play Arkham Horror, and maybe that's a story for another time, but good times. Number 87, Arkham Horror. On the 86th place on this list is a game that has no title in the front cover. It's from 2014, and when I saw the cover and the idea, I thought that I will get this game. I didn't know anything about the game, just saw the cover and saw how they are advertising it by making 5 different covers, and the purple one looked good, so I bought Abys. Abys is by Bruno Catala and Charles Chevalier, and it's published by Bombux. They made the anniversary edition, and that one looks really good. but I haven't upgraded mine. I have the first expansion. I should get Leviathan, but like the other games on this list, I haven't played this for a very long time, and I haven't even tried with the first expansion. I should play with it. Abys is a great game. It just for some strange reason it doesn't come to the table. It's one of the best gateway games in my opinion, and it should come to the table more often. It's a bit underappreciated also because I have no idea why. Maybe the box cover looks strange to someone. Maybe, I don't know what's the reason. But this is one of the best lightweight games that has probably the best art. I mean, quickly thinking, no other game comes to my mind that is this light and easy to play and interesting and attractive and also has this great artwork. Number 86 was Abys. Number 85 on this list is certain media person's number one game of all time. It's from 2008. It's published by Lookout Games, designed by Uwe Rosenberg, and the English version that I have is by Mayfair Games, and it's the first one of Uwe's games on this list. A bit of a spoiler, there will be others. Not many, but a few. And this is Le Havre. And as someone, some prominent board game media person would say, it's the harbor. And it might be, but that's not the point of the name of the game. And that's not the point of this list, to explain this. I've played this in physical form only once, and it's very long time ago. I've played the app a few more times, and this is a game that I really want to play with the wife, 2-player, and also, if possible, I want to play 3-player. This is a good 3-player game and good 2-player game, and I just don't know why it's not got on the table for a while. I didn't own it for a long time. I didn't play my own copy. I played a friend's copy. I probably had it for a year or so, and it's waiting to be played. But yeah, if and when I get this played again, this will go back to the list, higher positions. It was number 55 the last time, and if I forgot to say earlier, Abys wasn't on the list last time, although I had played it, and it was also the last game and the only game on this list that I had played earlier that came back to the list. I think it just got cut out last time when I made the list. And what's there more to say? Le Havre is a Uwe game. I don't remember exactly how it works because it's been so long since I played it last time. But basically you choose an action and you do something, collect resources or go to buildings. But maybe you are better off checking it from someone else's list or from the Board Game Geek than trusting what I say, because I really don't remember that well how it works. So number 85, Le Havre. Number 84 on this list is a game that just finished their Kickstarter, and this one is published in 2012 by Matago, and it's designed by Jacques Parriot and Guillaume Montiage. Sorry if I mispronounced your names. I have no idea how to pronounce French names, but maybe they were close. And this is Kemet. It's too long since I played this, and I've only played this one time, but it was a very good play. I've had the game. I never played my copy. I played a friend's copy, because when I ordered the game, when I got it, I had some missing figures, and it took so long time for Matago to send them to me, and even then they were the wrong shape. So I think that if I have one type of red figures, the red figures in another copy are the different type. That's actually interesting, but it doesn't really matter. I have the correct number of correct color, and that's the most important thing. This is very interesting area control game, and also you're building your engine in the form of these tiles, and you get monsters and you get different powers, and you choose choose your actions, and the way how you choose the action is interesting because you can't choose certain actions. You have to choose in a certain way. And what is the most interesting thing and the best design thing in this game is that everyone is exact distance away from another. So wherever you are, if you're in the middle, it doesn't matter. You have the same distance to everyone. If you're at the corner, you have the same distance to everyone. So you can't really say that I'm being hit because I'm closer to you, and this is not even, or this is not balanced because I begin from here. Don't care. You begin from where you begin, and you will be hit or you won't be hit. It depends where you are. But equal chances to hit everyone, so that's very well designed in this game. And I really need to play this again. I didn't back the Kickstarter because I thought that I don't really want it now. It had too long delivery time. I'm not going to put my money into a Kickstarter for over a year, except maybe some others, but not for this. And I would have backed the upgrade package anyway, not the whole game. But anyway, Kemet was last year on the 40th position, now it's 84. '83 on this list is a game by Rüdiger Dorn. Rüdiger is really good at making this style of games, and I really like his movement mechanisms in games, and I like him as a designer. Published by Pegasus Spiele, published in 2014, and this is Istanbul. I have all the expansions for this, and of course they published the big box after I got all the expansions separately, but all of them fit to the normal size game box, so I don't need the big box, it's fine. I like the game a lot, but it's been too long since I've played it. But I really like this movement mechanism. It's similar to the movement mechanism that Rüdiger Dorn used in Traders of Genoa, and it's nice that you move the tower one step to one direction, and then you can collect the previous ones, and it's a race to get a certain number of rubies to win the game. I played the dice game as well, but I like this one more, so the dice game is not in the list. It's quicker, it feels like Istanbul, but then again it doesn't feel like Istanbul. It's quicker and there's no movement like this one. So different aspects of the game feel different to me. And this works even with 2 players, at least. We liked it with the wife with 2 players, although Board Game Geek thinks that 21% of the voters think that it's not recommended with 2 players, but I disagree. It's a good game even with 2. Of course, with more people you have more interaction and they get more on the way, but even with 2 players it's good if you don't want to cut the other off all the time or take the other's places and such. On place 83, Istanbul, which was actually last time in the list very high. It was number 11, but because of not playing, it came down. On the 82nd place is the game that was on 28th place, so I just was lazy and switched the numbers or the digits, maybe not. But this is the highest ranked of these games that I need to play again, because it's been a long time. This is the first Stefan Feld game on the list. There are a few, I think. There might be less than last time when I made this list, or there might be more. I don't really know. I played almost all the Stefan Feld's games. And this one is published in 2011, and the version I have is from Ammonit and Hook. And this one is Trajan. This game, if you haven't played it, try it with an open mind, because it has many different mechanisms. There's area control, then you're trying to collect the tiles from this building area, then you're trying to collect cards to fulfill orders, then you try to have the most influence in the Senate. The game works with the Mancala, and with the Mancala you move tokens around, and then that dictates what you can do, and you can do your thing in many different areas, and wherever you do it, it gives you points, and then the points become bigger points, and then more points, and points from here, and points from there, and points from even breathing at the end of the game, but it's not really like that. People just say that it's like that. But this is a mixture of different mechanisms that are controlled by this one central mankala that lets you do some comboing also, and it's a very well done. Not only a game, but it's a very well done show of what you can do by combining different mechanisms. And the theme is this Rome. At some point of their years of empire, you're trying to have the most points in Rome or something like that. But in any case, Trajan is a great game, and it deserves to be in the Board Game Geek top 100 as it is. And if you haven't played many games, especially heavy games, try this one. So you get to see many mechanisms and how well they can work together. Then when you need a game where there are many mechanisms that don't work well together, or games that have mechanisms that don't work at all, ask me later. I'll guide you to a few. But that's not the topic in this list. So on 82nd place on this list was Trajan. To recap the list now, because we are done with the singular games, I'll go through them. Number 90 was Sid Meier Civilization, the board game. Number 89 was Libertalia. Number 88, Blood Rage. Number 87, Arkham Horror, 2nd edition. Number 86, Abys. Number 85, Laav. Number 84, Kemet. Number 83, Istanbul. And number 82, Trajan. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm recording this in the middle of the night, so my voice might be a bit low, but I hope that if you listen to this, you will listen to the next one as well. This part of the list was a bit short, mostly because I didn't originally consider this part to be my list. So there's not much explanation on the games, because I thought that I'm not even talking about them. And as I said, it's been a while since I played them. So I mostly talked about experiences rather than the gameplay and the games. But maybe I'll talk more in detail about the games when we go to the next parts of the list. And when I try to record not in the night, not when I'm half asleep. In the next list we get 6 games that were not out when I did the list last time, and they are actually very new games. They came out this year or the last year, and then 2 of the games I hadn't played. They were out, and one of them was out but didn't interest me. But more about them next time. I'll try to put it out in a day or 2, or a day or few. You can find this podcast at SoundCloud under the name Mitä Pelataan. You can also find the podcast almost everywhere. It's in Spotify, iTunes, should be everywhere. You can find me from Instagram and Twitter under username Mitä Pelataan. In Facebook there's a page Mitä Pelata. I have a blog where I have written reviews also nowadays, not only these podcast episodes, and it's mitapelataan.wordpress.com. For all the links, you can go to linktree/Mitä Pelataan, and there you will find direct links to different places where I can be found from. But anyway, thank you for listening, and I hope you listen to the next one as well. Bye bye! Thanks for the music goes to Grimwater.